The last time I'd been in the Soviet Union was in 1976 when I photographed Red Square as a star. And in 1988 I had the chance to go again in January. And first of all, I went to the Soviet Republic of Georgia, as it was then, because I wanted to photograph Stalin's birthplace and the last remaining statue of Stalin in the world. The place had been, the Soviet Union completely de-Stalinized by Khrushchev, but there was one remaining statue in a place called Gori, which is well named, and the reason for that is that where Stalin actually came from, so he was a son of the soil. And I made a large piece of work, but first of all, here I am standing in front of something all about it all in 3 languages, in Georgian, Russian and English. I went suitably dressed as a sort of Soviet comrade, as you can see. But I made a great big piece of work out of video stills, and here it is. And it's an extraordinary place because there's a little hut where Stalin was born, and it's been made a sort of a temple has been built around it, and then lots of other things. And there's a statue of Stalin, you can see just there. And it's a sort of desolate scene. Nobody was visiting it apart from me. And I thought I should photograph it and make this work before the whole thing disappeared. It was pulled down completely. I don't know if it has been since, a long time ago, since I was there in 1988. But I made this piece in 1989, and it's quite large, about 24 foot wide. After that, I went to Moscow. Moscow was still the capital of the Soviet Empire, and I thought, well, I know I've done Red Square before, but why don't I try do it again? So I got my video camera out and did this. I videotaped it, but I actually worked on the piece in 1990, the following year, and I put the date 1991, USSR, CCCP, 1917 to 1991. I don't know why I did that. It's rather prescient because it did collapse the following year. And in the centre of the work, I've got Das Kapital stuck where the tourists are lining up to see Lenin in his tomb. Stalin had been removed some years before. So I was going to call the work something different to Red Square Prophecy, which is what I actually called it. I was going to call it the Tomb of the Book or something like that, or the Book of the Tomb. It's a big desolate scene. So it tends they're companion pieces, those two were. I'll try this time. To Russia I flew, but there and then I suddenly knew you care again. My running around is through. I fly to you from Russia with love. Of course, when the huge Soviet Empire collapsed, the collapse was swift and shocking, and I must have seen little bits of what was going to happen, but I didn't know it was going to happen in 1991, so I hit the nail on the head, and it was the end of the comrades.